Okay, so I got some creepy Disney park characters, like, the costumed characters that walk around and they're really creepy. And the first one, of course, we have to go with Mickey and Minnie. There are multiple costumes here that are just horrifying. Some of the pictures are of some of the same ones, but some of these are just absolutely horrible. Like, a lot of the times, eyes look wrong, or it's just a face in general, or they have the one costumes have those weird slits in the mouth, and it looks like they just got like disfigured and like chopped up or whatever. And then there's like some pictures where there's some kids there and they just look horrified at the costumes, and it's just like, what the fuck? Like the kids don't even look happy in some of these pictures, and it's just like, what the fuck? Or like the mouth and the snoot is all wrong. And it's just like, I don't know. But in a couple of these pictures, you can see some of the other characters that we're going to be talking about. And, some of the other characters we have. The next one is Dumbo. And we have a few other ones, few different ones here of Dumbo too. And, the eyes are all wrong and horrifying. Even this one picture here with like Dumbo, and then there's some clowns, and the clowns look fucking scary. Like, who thought that was okay? But yeah, like with the Dumbo, it's like I feel like the eyes are just wrong, and then the trunk might not be long enough in some of these, but usually it's like the eyes, and it looks like he's staring off into your soul and whatever. And yeah, I don't get why they thought that was okay for Dumbo either. It's just, what the fuck? All of them are just, who thought this was a good idea? The next one is the Seven Dwarfs from Snow White. And they're just, some of these have it where the heads are giant. The heads are giant. And yeah, I don't know, with the mouth and everything and the eyes, it's just like really bad. And like, they're supposed to be short and tiny, but then they have these giant heads and they just look fucking horrifying. Some of them look like they're even gonna like eat you or some shit, and it's just like, can you not close your mouth? Their mouth is too big too. I hate it. It's horrible. Um, and then also we saw in some of the other pictures, we have Pinocchio here, and I don't get how these kids are smiling because what the fuck? This one also looks like he's just gonna eat them, and it's like the way that the eyes are and like the mouth, it's just like he he wants to murder someone probably. He looks super horrifying. And then next one is Stromboli. And this first picture here is like, they have the hair be like as if it was actual hair. It's not like, hard plastic. It's like that, fuzzy or whatever. And so it looks like actual hair. And like just the eyes and the mouth and the hair being all over the place just all makes it look super wrong. It's actually horrifying. But then we have the other picture here where the hair is like hard plastic and it doesn't move or anything. It's not really all over the place. They molded it to be where they wanted it to be. But he still looks super wrong with like how the eyes are. Like he literally looks like he wants to like chop someone's head off or some shit. Like the other one, he just looks like confused and worried or something, but then the next one he literally looks like he wants to murder someone. So it's just like, what the fuck? What did they do here? Um, and then the next one we have, hang on. So the next one we have is Wendell, who is one of the country bears, I guess, and he's like, super fuzzy bear and whatever, but the face is horrifying. It's just like the eyes with the way that the mouth is opened and you can see the teeth and everything, and like the mouth is like kind of upwards a little bit. The snoot is like pointing up, and it's just like, what the fuck? Who thought this was a good idea? I feel like maybe they have stopped using them. I don't really remember. I think I saw something about them not using them anymore, but I could be wrong. They could still be used. I guess comment below if, they stopped using them, but I feel like maybe I heard something about them stop using them just because they're so scary. Or at least this one in particular is fucking scary, so, you know, it's just like, what the fuck? And then the next one we have is the evil stepsisters and the evil stepmother from Cinderella. And they should have been face characters, but no, they wanted to use masks for these characters, and they just look so fucking scary. Like I almost said Snow White. For Cinderella herself and the prince, they did have it be face characters and like you could see their face and stuff, but then for these characters for some reason they were like, no, you're gonna be like masks and stuff. And it's just like, why the fuck would you have them be mask characters? It doesn't really make any sense. Like, can you not get someone who looks somewhat like these characters normally? It's just like, what the fuck? And they ended up looking really scary and really wrong, and I hate it. A lot of people hate it, so yeah, I think they stopped using the masks after a while because they're, you can see the characters walking around and they are face characters now, so it's better now. And then the next one is Winnie-the-Pooh, and this one in particular is just what the fuck. The eyes are red, and that's part of why it's so scary is because he's kind of big, but also he has red eyes. What the fuck? The eyes just look so wrong. Like why the red eyes? I think maybe they tried to go with like more of an orangey color, but it turned out red and it just looks really horrible. Like he has these beady red eyes and he wants to like murder you or some shit, and he's looking two different ways and it looks like he wants to eat these people and it's really fucked up. And I just why did they do this? Who thought that was okay? Who thought this was a good idea? And then next we have Shan Yu from Mulan. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. It's been a little bit since I've watched Mulan, so uh, you know. But yeah, he's scary in the actual movie, and so makes sense that he's kind of scary in the parks too. But also, it's kind of like if I saw this guy in the park, I would probably like run away because just look at how scary this guy is. He's giant, but also just his face is scary. Like, I don't like it. It's really cursed. And then the next ones, which are the last ones that we have here, and yes, I say, that's plural because there's multiple of them, and that is the three little pigs, and they aren't very little. For some reason, they wanted them to be normal human height, and it's just like, I think because they're so, I guess, I don't know, round-ish, but also they have the super long legs and stuff and whatever. It's just like, what the fuck? Who thought this was okay? I just like the legs part is super cursed. It's just like they're super round but also super tall at the same time, and I don't know, something about that is really wrong for some reason. Like I get like, in real life someone could be like that, but for these guys, no, they need to be shorter. These guys in like a human fine whatever, but like the pigs, no, they need to be short. They need to be little and like chubby. That's how they should be. They should be small and round, not tall and round. That's not how pigs should look. It's super wrong. Like the mask that they wear is, okay. It's not horrible, at least to me. The mask isn't super horrible. It's just like the body with how tall they are, and then they're also round. It's just like they should not have human legs. That's that's not how they should look. Pigs should be short and chubby, short and fat and whatever. Like that's how little pig characters should be. So they should not be this tall. It's horrible. I hate this one. I feel like is this one the worst out of all of them? I don't know. The stepsisters and the stepmom are pretty bad, and then the bear is pretty bad, and that Stromboli is pretty horrible. I don't know. There's some pretty bad ones on here. Like, I get that the Mulan villain is supposed to be scary, so it kind of makes sense that he's scary in the parks, but everyone else should not be scary, so I don't know. I feel like out of everyone, the Mulan villain is probably the least bad out of all of these, even though, he's still scary as fuck though, so not that much better. Anyways, that's all I have for this video. Give it a like if you like it, and I guess subscribe for more if you want more videos like this. So yeah, anyways, I guess bye then.